Hello, friends. Welcome back to Heartscapes, where we are learning the system of Reiki to be rooted, to be spacious, to be connected, and to remember ourselves. My name is Michaela. Welcome back to the studio for today, anyway. I'm recording this on the side of a mountain overlooking the town of Ashland, Oregon, where my daughter and I are vacationing, seeing some dear friends, watching some plays, playing in the woods. And as I usually do when I'm on vacation, I brought a stack of books with me. And as I was reading last night from this book, Fables and Spells by Adrienne Maree Brown, I ran across a piece of writing that just so beautifully captured just the heart and essence of some of the wisdom that I'm always endeavoring to share with you here on this platform and in other spaces where I get to speak. We sometimes have this experience, when there's something that's really been placed on our heart to share with others, and we take that on as part of our responsibility, part of our purpose, part of our kuleana, a Hawaiian word that means joyful burden. Part of our joyful burden is to share what has been placed on our heart, the wisdom, the experiences, the insights, whatever they are. And, we do that happily and joyfully and willingly, but sometimes we run into someone else in the world who has articulated this thing that's on our heart so beautifully, so perfectly, with such perspective and insight that it's like it shares the burden, it shares the kuleana, it shares the joy and the responsibility of putting these things out into the world so that others can receive them and take them into their life and hopefully grow as people, as beings, as love. And so I just wanted to sit down with you today here on the side of this amazing mountain and share this poem from Adrienne Maree Brown. It's something I do from time to time, share a poem or a piece of writing, either that I've written or that someone else has written. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and name that segment Reiki Story Time, because, I don't know, I find that delightful. So that will be a playlist on the channel if you want to find other moments of sharing poetry from other writers in the context of Reiki, something that holds some piece of the truth that we're exploring and experiencing as we walk this path. So today, the words of Adrienne Maree Brown will help us take a few more steps along that journey. This is a poem called I Can't Stop Being in the Present. I can't stop being in the present, noticing how the past tells me what I should care about and the future tells me what I should fear. And the past tells me what we forgot and the future tells me what we must dream. But here, I breathe in, noticing the gift I too often take for granted, not knowing how many breaths I have left. I want to spend them loving, being love. I have done so much, so many tasks, but what matters most has been the listening. To the thirsting dirt, to the spiraling wind, to the wake of murmuration, to the drumbeat of ant feet moving abundance with million hands, the sacred erotic of pollination, the orgasmic opening of mushrooms pulling the yes from miles underground, the innocent violence of predators, feeding their children the way the wild wastes nothing, the way the cedar gives me permission to pray. I thought someone else had all of the instructions, and I, stumbling and following, praying to become worthy, must admit I have been grieving and grieving all I don't know and don't trust, and grieving so deeply a world that is still breathing, anticipating failure in spite of my visions. But when I listen, the universe is reminding me I cannot be taken from her. I am never untethered from her roots, never beyond the whole, and nothing is lost. It is lived. And we are not here to win, but to experience love. And those who do not know love are missing life in spite of all other accumulation. And when I listen, the universe is teaching me that control is impossible, and the season will change, and enough is a feeling that cannot be measured, and the small circle is the deepest, and I cannot teach anyone what I have not practiced, and I cannot change anyone but myself, and I will never feel free in a position of demand, and I am already free, and we all are. And when we realize it, we cannot be contained. And we are never I, even when we are lonely, even when we are distinctly suffering, even when we distinctly succeed. We are of lineage, of collective, of era, of farmers' hands and strangers' prayers, of singers with their heads thrown back. We are always dancing with our ghosts and praying for our great-great-grandchildren. We are always the harvest. And the future is being decided, and the future is being practiced, and the future is being planned in this breath and in this breath. And this breath. So I breathe in, noticing the gift I too often take for granted, not knowing how many breaths I have left. I want to spend them being love. So friends, I invite you to breathe in whatever piece of that was for you today. The beautiful words of Adrienne Maree Brown, her book, Fables and Spells, collected and new short fiction and poetry. It's a really powerful book. Highly recommend. Put it on your list, put it in your cart, bring it home with you, absorb it, let it teach you, let it give you space to listen inside of. And I think I'm going to sit here a little while longer listening to this wind, listening to these birds, listening to whatever is on my heart in this moment. Thanks so much for spending these minutes with me as you move into your day. May this poem deeply provision you for all that you have to experience throughout your day. Until next time, I love you. Goodbye.